it's bouncing in front of Quall, who gets there first. And Quall scores his first A-League goal.
Negro found him and wants it back. Ball the way through and poked home by Danny De Silva. To expect it's Frangic. Oh, Bill reacted well to the deflection. These youngsters are believing in themselves. They conquer Sydney FC.
Here's Danny De Silva. Is that the winner? Danny De Silva, one of the most talented players in the league.
Bowman looking immediately for Quall. Can you believe it? It's 3-2. He's got a brace off the bench, and it's 3-2. The Central Coast on top, turning it around again.
And fine, Matt Simon, he does, and that's the opening goal. What a finish from Matt Simon. In it comes, good-looking ball. Rania, the free header, and the Costa Rican is on the score sheet. The Mariners double their advantage in the West.
Quall in behind, cuts it back. Incredible with his first touch in A-League football. The local lad scores. Matty Hatch, that is incredible. Are on their way again. Bazanek. It was going to take a strike of quality. Nisbet's after it, and Gauci spills it. And Quall breaks his barren run, and the Mariners are in front. What a turnaround on the Central Coast. Simon, it's a massive goal.
Hello and welcome to the Mariners Medal live stream for 2021 season. I'm Glen Lauder. Great to have your company for what is a first of its kind for the Central Coast Mariners. And while we can't be with you in person today, after what was one of our most exciting seasons, we do hope that you are staying safe with your families and loved ones. And it'd be great to have you all in one room together. That can't be the case, but we are looking forward to bringing you all the highlights from what has been an extremely memorable Central Coast Mariners season for 2021. Before we get started, I'd like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land that we work and live on, the Darkinjung people, from the Dirrabin in the south to the Awabba in the north, from Mount Yengo to the sea. We acknowledge the Darkinjung people as the traditional custodians of this land, and we pay our respect to elders past, present and emerging, and extend that respect indeed to all Indigenous people. On behalf of the Central Coast Mariners, I'd also like to thank the major and senior partners that supported the club through the 2020-21 season, including Master Foods, Mate, State Road Constructions, Total SMS, DMC, Mcdonald's Central Coast Restaurants, the University of Newcastle, Steadfast and Cleanaway. Thank you, of course, to Collaborative Construction Solutions, who are our event partners this afternoon. We appreciate the support of Collaborative Construction Solutions, and of course to JC Entertainment for their amazing work on bringing together this whole thing, because without them this wouldn't have been possible at all. Even though we couldn't host an audience tonight, it's not always the plan, so we would like to thank those supporters who are going to help us out on the gala evening, including Hawkesbury Brewing Co., the Fernery, Blueberry Events, Crown Plaza Terrigal and Sinorama Tugra. Let's get straight into official proceedings for the afternoon, and to get us underway, I'd like to introduce the Chief Executive of the Central Coast Mariners, Shaun Mielekamp. Shaun, good afternoon. Good to see you after what has been such an exciting season for the Central Coast Mariners.
Yeah, cheers. Thanks, Glenn. And just watching that video as we started just brought back so many emotions of how special this season was. So a huge thank you, and I'm going to go through plenty of thank yous right now because it was such an important season that I've got to go through them all. And my apologies to anyone that I missed, but it really was such a special season and a really moment for our club where we really remembered who we are and where we're going. So to start with, I'd like to pay a particular thank you and also a really big farewell to everyone who's departing the club. So from Alan Stajic and Null, you guys have done an unbelievable job. You went through some tough times. You stuck with us. You believed in us. That was there, and you did an amazing job. I wish you all the best in the future, and I'm sure that the challenges that you faced here at the Mariners and the successes you had will put you in good stead as you move forward. Also to the players in Jack Clisby and Daniel De Silva, you guys have been with us for a long time. You're a big part of the family. You'll always be welcome at Central Coast Mariners, and you'll always wear the yellow and navy with pride. So I look forward to one day in the future catching up and seeing how your journeys go. And also internally, we've had Dave McGuinness, our physio, and David Jordan, our media manager, who are moving on to their next ventures. So it is with some sad farewells that we say goodbye, but it's with some really warm heart that I'm really appreciative of the journeys that you've been with us and where you're headed. It's also important and to echo the thoughts of Glenn before, to say thank you to all the sponsors that was there. You've been huge for us this year, and it's really important. And I really want to acknowledge some of the individual people within some of those partnerships that make things so special for us. So Andrew Pohl from Master Foods, huge thank you. Mark and David Fazio and all the team at Mate, you guys are really special to us. Michael and Jenny Davey, you guys know how special you are to our family that's there. So a big thank you to there. Dan Campbell from Synergy FM, and I could go on and on and on, but our partners that have had come on board this year and really give us the support have been integral to the journey that we've had. Also, what's been really important for us, and I'm sure everybody knows that none of this would happen, none of this season, none of the club, none of the survival of the club would happen without our chairman, Mike Charlesworth. It's particularly tough for Mike being in lockdown in London, not being able to be here, not being able to shake our hands and look us in the eye. But I just want to personally say a huge thank you to Mike, and on behalf of everybody at the club and all the fans and everything, you know, your support to keep this place going is unbelievable, and really appreciative. And as a community, we're going to keep going. Also, what is really important to acknowledge is I really want to thank and pay special tribute to Anton Taliaferro. Your leadership and your drive keeps us moving all the time. You keep us on our toes, and I want to say a big thank you. But without your support personally, without your interjection into what we need to do to drive forward, we wouldn't be where we are, and you know that. And the academy and what's been built at the academy, you've had a huge part to play. So again, personally want to say thank you to Anton. As for all the staff, and I wish I could rattle you off, but it'll probably be some boring content that's there, and we'll get through to some others that are there. We've got a really hard-working team. You're a bunch of professionals. You burn the midnight oil all the time, and it's such a pleasure to work with you guys. So for everybody off the field and off and behind the scenes, just want to say a huge thank you. Everybody's done such a huge job for us to get to where we are today. Also, I suppose because it has been such a particular season for us, it's been a season where we've really turned things around, a season where we've really restored some pride back into the community. He's a good mate of mine, and I know he'll be speaking through tonight, but this season wouldn't have happened without Ken Schembri. The journey that we've been on, Ken has been pretty remarkable, and I'm really looking forward to the next chapter that we go to. So as a club, we move forward. As a club, it's now really important that this isn't an anomaly. This isn't a fluke. This isn't a moment in time. This is who we are, and this is where we go. We've worked so hard to get here. We've had so many tough times over the years, and now we're on a big journey. And it's most important that all the credit and the most amount of credit gets acknowledged to the playing group, to the senior leadership group, Ollie Bozanic, Matt Simon, Mark Berrigitti, Kai Rolls, and all the boys that are there. Generally, you guys have done an amazing job. You know how important this season was for us. You know what you've done for us behind the scenes, and now we keep going. Now we keep going, and now we keep proving that this is not just a fluke, an anomaly, a moment in time. Now we go and we do it again. So it's going to be an exciting episode. I'm really apologetic that we're not all at Crown Plaza with 350 people and really celebrating it together, but we will get that time. We will have our season launch early August, and we will get everyone back together. So, Glenn, I just want to hand back to you, say thank you very much for everybody, and I'll let you get the show on the road.
Shaun, thank you. We'll catch up with you again as the evening goes on. Some really exciting words after what was a great season. We look forward to next season, starting with FFA Cup not too far away. So we'll speak to Shaun Mielekamp again as the afternoon goes on, and of course we'll be building towards the main event, which is the Mariners medal for season 2021. As you can see on the screens behind me, in just a second we'll have all of the boys who are listening and watching via Zoom, and we'll obviously be chatting to the boys. There they are. There's Pat Tatum there listening intently, and I can see Ollie Bozanic and Maddie Simon and Marco Urena as well, who obviously has re-signed a new deal with the Central Coast Mariners. We'll be catching up with a few of the boys throughout the afternoon as we go on. The Mariners medal, of course, is our big award this afternoon. That's what everyone strives for at the Central Coast Mariners, and of course the voting is split into 3 different groups. Now that's player peer voting, which makes up 60% of the Mariners Medal Award. The Supporters Group Awards, so there's 2 of those, and they combine to make up 20% of the final tally for the Mariners Medal, and then 20% from the Coaches Award. So we may see some fluctuation in voting for the Central Coast Mariners Medal as we go on throughout the afternoon, and the culmination of all of those 3 groups, of course, makes up the winner of the Mariners Medal. So as we get to those awards throughout the afternoon, we'll see some changes in that tally, and we'll keep you up to date with how it's presenting. All right, let's have a look at the first 2 awards this afternoon, and they are both the Supporters Awards, the first one of which is the Official Supporters Club Award, and we'll get to the Mariners Mcdonald's Fans Player of the Year in just a few moments as well. But to the Central Coast Mariners Official Supporters Club Player of the Year, it's a long-standing award given by the OSC and decided upon by its club members in the form of 3-2-1 basis after each game. And we had OSC club member Colin Phelps present this video to announce the winner of the OSC award.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Colin Phelps, and I'm a member of the committee of the Central Coast Mariners Official Supporters Club. Our members vote on the Player of the Year in a 3-2-1 system, and I'm happy to announce that this year's winner of the CCM OSC Player of the Year award is Oliver Bozanic.
All right, thank you, Colin, for that. And it's my pleasure to introduce Ollie Bozanic for the first time this afternoon. Ollie, congratulations on the award. Great to have you back on the Central Coast after such a long career in Europe, and of course a couple of cameo appearances here in the Hyundai A-League, as it was previously known. But great to have you back home now, and of course being recognised by the Official Supporters Club, playing in front of your home fans again.
Hi, Glenn. Thanks, mate. Yeah, it's amazing to have won that award. I'd just like to thank all the supporters that have voted throughout the season, but more importantly, to the supporters that turned up this season and made the Central Coast Mariners what it is. And it's just been a fantastic season, and it couldn't have happened without our supporters and the crowd turning up every game. As you saw towards the end of the season, we had huge crowds, and we'd like to continue that next season and make sure we continue as a community club and keep building it and keep growing.
Indeed. Ollie, congratulations once again on being named the Official Supporters Club Player of the Year. No doubt we'll catch up with you a little bit more as the afternoon goes on. The winner of the Official Supporters Club Player of the Year was Oliver Bozanic for 2021. All right, let's move on to the Mcdonald's Fans Player of the Year award now. And this, of course, proudly presented by McDonald's. It makes up the supporters portion of the Mariners medal. And this one is where the fans get involved. After each game, fans voted on their player of the match via social media. And of course, the winner was announced after each game. The votes were accumulated across the season, and then the overall winner was determined as a result. The McDonald's Fans Player of the Year for the 2020-21 season. Let's have a look. It's Josh Nisbet, the 4'0" midfielder who seems to set the world alight every time he touches the ball. And Josh Nisbet is on Zoom now. Nizzy, great to speak to you this afternoon. We just heard from Ollie about the privilege it is to play in front of Central Coast fans. They really got behind you this season. And obviously the fans love you because you've just been voted the McDonald's Fans Player of the Year. Congratulations.
No, cheers, mate. I'd like to thank the boys and the fans especially for voting me. It's been a good season and hopefully we can perform again like we did this season.
All right, Joshy, obviously it was one of those seasons where I guess before the season no one really gave the Mariners any hope, but the fans certainly got behind you and the boys believed as well. And can you imagine you finished in third place after such a remarkable season?
Yeah, to be honest, the boys did back ourselves and we sort of knew we could do it, and it's good that we did perform and it was good that the fans got behind us and were supporting us each time we played. So, yeah, it was a great season.
All right, Nizzy, we'll keep in touch throughout the afternoon. Congratulations. Josh Nisbet is the McDonald's Player of the Year for 2021. Thank you to the official supporters club and indeed all fans for their votes in both of those awards. So let's take a look at where that leaves us in terms of Mariners medal voting so far, keeping in mind 20% of it goes to the final tally. Mark Birighitti in fourth place, Rowan Tongic in third place. There's Josh Nisbet in second. It means that Oliver Bozanic, after winning the official Supporters Club Player of the Year, is leading the charge for the Mariners medal at this early juncture. All right, let's move along now to the University of Newcastle Volunteer of the Year. It's our third award this afternoon, and it's presented annually to an individual who demonstrates a clear commitment to the club via their voluntary efforts. This year's winner has been a volunteer at the Central Coast Mariners for many, many years. He's a great leader amongst his team and he's always ready to help outside of his duties with a smile. He always has a smile on game day. A familiar face to many at the club. Let's find out who the University of Newcastle Volunteer of the Year is. Congratulations to Frank Pentamali, and Frank caught up with the Mariners events manager Cheyenne Pay yesterday to accept his award.
So I just wanted to give you a call to let you know, obviously our Mariners medal was postponed, which is very unfortunate, because we definitely would have loved the opportunity to have everyone there and celebrate the season that was. But I have the honour of letting you know over Zoom that you won our Volunteer of the Year for this year. So
wow, that's wow. That's why all this happened.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So congratulations. You definitely
you.
deserved it. You work so hard for us every game. You're always there. It's awesome.
Thank you. Well, I was unexpected.
Frank, a little lost for words there. Congratulations to Frank, and indeed hearty thanks to all of the club's volunteers who are so crucial to getting game day up and running throughout the season. Let's move on to the long service recognition, and this is where we recognise the long service of people who work at the Central Coast Mariners organisation. Anyone who's worked in sport would know that staying with any sporting organisation over the long term is an incredibly taxing thing to do. But these two people have shown their dedication and their contribution and commitment to the Central Coast Mariners over a minimum of 5 years. It is the 5th year of working for the Mariners for both of these staff members. So thank you to all that you do, Gabby Bowles and Cheyenne Pay. Well, this season proved certainly to be exhilarating up in the stands at Central Coast Stadium, watching on television as they headed out on the road and making it to those away trips in Wollongong, Sydney and Newcastle. It brought back the Mariners spirit and the crowds streamed in wherever the Mariners went, very much bringing back the atmosphere that we know and love on the coast, particularly in that semi-final against Macarthur. Throughout the stream, we're going to take a look at the season over 3 parts to have a look back at content not only of the action on the field, but also off it as well.
Playing for the club that I first really started at as well in the A-League was something that I was drawn to.
Yeah, look, it's an important year, not only for myself personally, but for the club itself. The reason why I decided to stay here on the Central Coast was obviously a lot, the plan moving forward. There's a lot of high expectations. My family's happy here. We love it here, and I think the club's going in the right direction. And something that I definitely want to be a part of.
It's an unreal experience. Words really can't describe it because I've dreamt of this moment all my entire life.
It's one of my favourite years get to play in front of my family and my kids. They understand what Dad's job is now, and obviously, the Shockers is the mahalo to my daughter, and hopefully I can just keep scoring goals so I can keep waving to her.
Bowman looking immediately for Quall! Can you believe it? It's 3-2. He's got a brace off the bench, and it's 3-2. The Central Coast on top, turning it around again.
And plenty more to be written as well as we go on throughout this afternoon. Plenty of highlights still on the way. Let's move ahead to a new award on the Central Coast Mariners Medal program. It's the Yellow and Navy Newcomer Award, and it's created to highlight the achievements of a young up-and-comer who's contributed immensely to the Mariners campaign. They've always been a club, of course, who believe in the energy and spirit of developing players, and this year they've certainly risen to the occasion once again, showing what they can do, the young players, that's for sure. For this award and a few of the upcoming awards, I'd like to welcome up the Central Coast Mariners Head of Football, Ken Schembri. Ken, as we welcome you this afternoon, great to see you again. And as I just mentioned, the development at the Central Coast Mariners has always been a real forefront of what this club does, and certainly the Yellow and Navy Newcomer of the Year award reflects that.
Yeah, obviously our foundation's based on the academy youngsters coming through, and this year, Alan and Naz gave a number of the youngsters the opportunity to shine, which was great, and we all know that a number of them took that opportunity and became permanent members of the squad. So yeah, it's been a great success story for us with the academy boys coming through. All
right, let's find out who was the Central Coast Mariners Yellow and Navy Newcomer of the Year.
And yes, the winner of the award this year is the most popular player I think we've got in our young group, Alu Quall.
Yeah, it was remarkable to see him, certainly from a fan's point of view, coming on in the back half of games and causing havoc, as Matt Simon's done so much throughout his career as well for tiring defenders. Just tell us a little bit about Alu, because it's a wonderful story. He's come from the NPL, come into the A-League, and now he's jetting off to Stuttgart.
Yeah, look, Alu's a very charismatic youngster, and I think most people know the story's well documented, from Shepparton to Mariners to Stuttgart now, and he's actually on an aeroplane as we speak, heading off on his new journey. He got his opportunity about a year and a half ago in the program, and pretty early on he showed us signs of he had something in his kit bag that could make big moments turn into prize moments for us in the game. And Alan gave his opportunity early in the year and started up front with Maddie when Marcos had only just joined the squad and was still in quarantine. And it's no surprise to me that he ended up being the leading goal scorer with goals off the bench in the A-League this year, I think, with 5, and he had a number of those exciting goals, I call them, the emotional type goals throughout the season that the spectators and the football staff all love. So
you mentioned that he was on that plane to Stuttgart. Just before he got on the plane, he sent us this video to accept his award.
thank you to everybody at the club. Firstly, this wouldn't be possible without you guys. I really appreciate it. The recognition. I really enjoyed this season. I'm happy to be a part of this great club and this team. So I don't really have much to say, man. I'm not really good at this kind of talking thing, but I'm good at just waffling, but I'm not really good at this kind of talking, but yeah, thank you. And for all my teammates, man. Big man thing, you know how it is, man. But yeah, thank you very much, and I hope to see y'all very soon. Cheers.
You can certainly see why he's charismatic, can't you? Congratulations to Alu Kual getting the Yellow and Navy Newcomer of the Year. Let's move on to the next award, and it's the Hawkesbury Brewing Golden Boot. Of course, Golden Boot is awarded to the player who scores the most goals throughout the A-League campaign, and plenty of players, thankfully, the Mariners this year contributed to scoring goals for the Mariners campaign. But one man in particular found the back of the net 10 times. And of course, that man we all know the name of, and we've seen him do it over and over again at Central Coast Mariners games. It's Maddie Simon. And as you can see, Maddie's waiting for us on Zoom. But before we speak to Maddie, we might have a listen and have a look at some of those goals that made him the Golden Boot.
Matt Simon has put it away and got the Mariners back level.
Simon, Tony, target as well for the Mariners. Rips it in again around the keeper. Back off the post.
Matt Simon, he does, and that's the opening goal. What a finish from Matt Simon. Over Fornaroli. Road nods it back. Bowman's underneath that one. It's a free header for Matt Simon. It's more than that. It's in the back of the net.
Simon, deflection, the perfect start. 5 goals in his last 6. Make it 6 in 7.
De Silva. Moreno. Matt Simon, he does, and that's the opening goal. What a finish from Matt Simon.
Negro lifting it in. Matt Simon! And Acton cannot keep it out. A massive moment for the former victory man, Stefan Negro, teeing it up for the veteran striker in the middle.
Yeah, certainly some big goals throughout the campaign for Matt Simon. That penalty in Newcastle that pretty much wrapped up finals football, that late penalty in Perth, and probably my favourite goal of the year, the very early goal against Melbourne Victory at Amy Park in front of what was a huge and very, very vocal travelling support that afternoon at Amy Park. What a wonderful weekend that was. Maddie Simon joins us on Zoom. Ken, it's always nice to see someone like Maddie banging them in, and Maddie, nice to be back in front of goal at Central Coast Stadium. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you, mate. Obviously always nice to score the goals and keep everyone off your back for a little while. So, it was an awesome season from all the boys, and, really enjoyed playing in front of the home crowd especially.
Ken, it's so important for a club to be successful, to have a target man and a striker who knows to find the back of the net, and the Mariners have got one in Maddie Simon. He's a bit like a nice bottle of wine. He just gets better with age.
Yeah, he had a stellar season, Maddie, and that's what he's there to do. He's to be up front and lead the way and score goals, and nothing better than one of your 2 strikers being the Golden Boot. Obviously, you've got to have a good season. You've got to bang in the goals, and Maddie did that for us this year.
And Maddie, you've signed on for another season at your boyhood club. They call you the Wizard of Werwer, which I've never quite understood. It probably should be the Wizard of Wyoming, shouldn't it?
First of all, I've signed on for another year, which was, obviously a pretty easy decision once the club spoke to me about going around again, and really looking forward to, playing with this group of players again. And, the Wizard of Werwer thing, I think it's actually come from the Sydney FC fans back a few years ago. So,
They wouldn't know their Wois from their East Gosfords or their Wyomings. Maddie, congratulations. We'll get you to hang around because we're going to have a chat to you and the rest of the leadership group. Ken will catch up with you a little bit later on in the afternoon. So we'll move over to the leadership panel, and we're going to be joined not only by Maddie, but also by Mark Birigidi, by Oliver Bozanic and Kai Rolls, who is joining us from Japan. Kai, of course, is over in Japan with the Ollie Roos, getting ready for the Tokyo Olympic Games, which are only around about 30 days away or so. He is in camp alongside Ruon Tongyik. But certainly we spoke about the youth of the Central Coast Mariners over the last few minutes as we entered into the Mariners medal presentation today, and of course Alu Qual's award. But the youth can't develop and they can't improve unless they've got very experienced people around them, and certainly the Central Coast Mariners have got plenty of experience in the guys like Maddie Simon, like Mark Birigidi in goal, and then of course Ollie Bozanic coming back from Europe, and Kai Rolls turning into a developing leader. Let's get them up on Zoom now. Maddie, we just heard from you. Congratulations on your goal of the year, and Ollie in ISO on the Central Coast as well. Kai, congratulations on your Olympic call-up and looking forward to the Tokyo Olympics. And Viras, I might get to you first. In isolation on the Central Coast with a young bub, how is Daddy Daycare going at the moment?
Yeah, good, mate. Yeah, loving it. Obviously, here on the coast, we're in a lockdown, but yeah, making the most of it. Spending time with the little one. He's keeping mummy and daddy pretty busy, keeping us on our toes, and no, it's actually been good. I get to spend a lot of time with him, and just making most of this lockdown.
Great stuff. I know Maddie and Ollie will understand what you're going through in terms of parenting in lockdown. I know it well myself. Ollie, I noticed you guys had a pizza night the other night, and it's nice to be back around family, of course, but also, as I touched on earlier, being back on the Central Coast. I guess you might not have really known what you were going to be in for coming back to the Central Coast Mariners from Heart of Midlothian in Scotland, but how have you found taking leadership of this group and watching them grow from pre-season to where they ended up in the final series?
Yeah, I've really enjoyed it. I've been fortunate enough to, have, Simo and Mark and also Rolsey, but more the experienced players, also Marco, who have, we've worked very closely with the main group of players to really, improve this season and mentally move forward. So it's been a really fun process, and I've enjoyed it this season.
Kai, once again, congratulations on the call-up to the Ollie Roos squad ahead of the Tokyo Olympics. Really exciting times. I'm loath to bring this up, but there's a statistic, obviously, that you had to carry around for a lot of the early part of your career. It took you a long time to get off the mark in terms of matches won, but you seem like you're getting used to winning matches now. And can you believe the turnaround in this club from the day you arrived to where it is now?
Yeah, cheers for that. It's honour to be selected and to be over here, and yeah, just still pretty stoked on it. And yeah, I mean that haunted me for a few years, to be honest. It just seemed to keep going up and up every game I was playing. But yeah, what we've achieved this year is pretty much nothing short of amazing, and it was such a fun year with everyone involved, and yeah, it was just really great to restore not only pride back in the community, but a bit in myself as well, to be honest.
Simo, Shaun mentioned earlier that there are a couple of players moving on, as happens in football, Jack Clisby and also Danny De Silva leaving the club, but the four of you will be back next season. Marco Urena has re-signed as well. How important is it that this club is really working hard off the field to ensure this core group of players will be around again next season?
Yeah, look, it's obviously huge that Marco's re-signed. I think everyone can see his quality, and he's only going to get better with a full pre-season under his belt. So, the players are ecstatic that he's going to be around. And as you say, Clisby and Danny have both left for, that happens in football, and, they were great guys and good players for us. And, when it comes down to it, people make decisions based on family, and we wish them well. In saying that, keeping the core group of players that we have. I'd like to say that the players this year, that what they did was truly remarkable, and the effort that they put in really showed what we can do. So I'm really looking forward to the core group sticking around, and I'm sure the club's going to have a few more announcements to come in the coming weeks, and as I say, really looking forward to being part of it again.
Beerers, as you look back on the season that was, can you pinpoint some memorable moments throughout the campaign that you'll take with you forward? What were your favourite moments of this season?
Oh, look, obviously, sitting back and reflecting on, the season that just went past, it's hard to, put a finger on a moment in the season that really sticks out. I think from day one when we got into pre-season, the boys, full credit to them, worked extremely hard and, tried to resurrect, the bad name that Mariners had, in the previous 5 or 6 years. We started round one against Newcastle, and we kind of went on an early run. Some great performances. But if I had to pinpoint one game that really stood out for me this season was probably the final against Macarthur. 6 years without playing finals, and Ollie harped on about it before. The club hasn't played finals for 6 years, and to see the crowd, the support, the community get behind the club was just fantastic. There was 12,000 at the game. It was disappointing the way it ended. Obviously I thought we could have gone all the way this year and done something really special. But, hats off to everyone involved at the club, players, staff, backroom staff. They've done an extremely good job. And now there's only way up. We need to continue this next year and, build on what we performed this season.
Well, we are going to get to the goal of the season a little bit later on, but before we get there, we're about halfway through the show, so we're going to take a short break. And as we head towards hearing from the club's very important sponsors, let's have a look at the second part of the season that was, and we'll see you on the other side.
Feeling is great. It has been great since pre-season. I think we've played a lot of good football, and just our winning mentality and desire has been immense. And there's just this great feeling about this season as well.
Matt Simon, he does, and that's the opening goal. What a finish from Matt Simon. Ollie Bozanic finds the top corner. Nods it back. Bowman's underneath that one. It's a free header for Matt Simon. It's more than that. It's in the back of the net. He brings it down, had all the time in the world, and Matt Simon scores again for the Mariners.
International Women's Day is about recognising women and their achievements, but also about empowering women to make changes and promote gender equality.
Costa Rican linking up with Matt Simon, scored his first goal against Perth during the week. Simon, deflection, the perfect start. Alu Qual in behind, cuts it back. Incredible. With his first touch in A-League football.
I don't even think I'll be able to repay how much her and my dad have done, and to have him here and win for him. She's gone through a lot, and just to win in front of him and in front of our home fans and stuff, it's just, it's great.
Silva on the move. What a ball for Matt Simon! Beautiful!
Cleanaway's been in partnership with Central Coast Council for just over 3 years now, and their waste and recycling. We've got schools education programs, we do a lot of community events. International Women's Day is about recognising women and their achievements, but also about empowering women to make changes and promote gender equality. It really fits in strongly with our ethos of trying to make a sustainable future possible, for us and the broader community.
A Mate internet and mobile bundle can save you $120 a year. That's a super cute retro outfit from the 80s sorted for Janine's next big night in.
Where's the internet?
Mining and construction, delivering the right people to the right places.
It's time now to move on to the Noel Spencer Goal of the Year Award. Great to have your company here at Mariners Medal, the live stream for 2021. The Noel Spencer Goal of the Year is awarded and named after the inaugural Mariners captain and a man who scored the Mariners' first ever goal, of course, that absolute thunderbolt in the West all those years ago, the first goal of the Central Coast Mariners in the A-League. And it's awarded to a player who demonstrates plenty of skill and great technical ability to finish off in a particular goal. We took to social media to narrow down the pool, added in a wild card, and those goals are what we saw, or one of them anyway, through Matt Simon with the leadership group. Let's get back on the stage, the Central Coast Mariners Director of Football, Ken Schembri. He's again with me once again. And Ken, it's always great to see people finishing off goals. I'm a goalkeeper myself, so I don't like strikers getting too much credit, but it's important that our best players find the back of the net at those crucial times.
Yeah, look, a host of good goals there, and we had a number of contenders for Goal of the Year, and I think the one that's been selected is a special one. Highly technical, great play, good finish, and deserving of the award.
All right, let's have a look at what was the Central Coast Mariners Goal of the Year for Noel Spencer. It is Maddie Simon, and let's have a look once again at that great finish against the Wanderers.
Received and able to turn the Costa Rican. Danny De Silva on the move. What a ball for Matt Simon! Beautiful! The Central Coast on top of the ladder and on top at Bank West. And the combination between Orania and Maddie Simon bears some more fruit. What about the finish?
There we are once again, a little bit of a taster of that goal. We were just trying to find the other contenders, but we didn't quite get there. But anyway, we only needed to see the Goal of the Year, and Maddie's back. Maddie, was that your favourite goal of the season? Congratulations once again.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Look, any goal's my favourite goal. But yeah, that was a special one. Playing down there against them, and obviously, good build-up play from the team, and Marco put an absolute platter for me. So, it just shows Marco's quality once again.
Yeah, it certainly did. Maddie, thank you once again. Congratulations on the Noel Spencer Goal of the Year. I'm sure it's not the first time you've won that award either. We'll catch up with Maddie throughout.
I think it is, actually.
It is the first time. That's unbelievable, the first time that Maddie's won that. You've scored so many from the Mariners, but finally that's one for the highlight reel. Maddie, appreciate that. I know there's been plenty other in the highlight reels over the years as well. We'll catch up with Maddie again throughout the afternoon. Let's move on now to the Players' Player. This, of course, is an incredibly prestigious honour to be voted the Player of the Year by your peers. Obviously, players lodge their votes after every game on 3-2-1, and they come up with the winner of the Player of the Year. And Ken, as you know, being around football teams, it's so important that you're recognised by the blokes that you're getting ready with and running out on the field into battle with.
Yeah, terrific award, and nothing better than winning from your own peer group. And our players this year voted one of our great defenders, Kai Rolls, as their Player of the Year.
Here he is. Here's Kai back again. Obviously the wonders of modern technology when it comes to Zoom, but it's great that we can catch up with Kai in Ollie Roo's camp. Kai, we spoke about it earlier, obviously the progression over the last few years, not only for the team but for yourself as well, and I'm sure you're absolutely over the moon with this honour to be recognised by your own teammates.
Yeah, thanks boys. It's pretty unreal to, I think it could have been honestly anyone that was playing this year. Everyone was equally as important a role as anyone. So yeah, honoured and privileged, and thanks so much, boys. It was such a great year, and I loved every minute playing with you.
Thanks to all. And it certainly paid off with that call up as well, Kai. Congratulations, and obviously stay on the Zoom line, and we'll obviously be checking in with what's happening in Japan over the next few minutes as well. And of course, all the boys still watching via Zoom as well. Now, of course, the Players' Player, as I mentioned, makes up a huge component to that Mariners medal final result. 60% of the final result is based on the Mariners medal Players' Player. So let's have a look at what that result does for the Mariners medal table. In fourth place, Ollie Berzanic. In third place, Maddie Simon. Ruon Tongic has moved up to second place, and Kai Rolls now leads in first place. Of course, the Coaches Award is still to come though, Ken, and obviously Ruon Tongic's not far behind, so we'll have a look and see what happens when we bring the Coaches Award into it. And obviously that award is really important as well, because you want to go out and perform for the boys every week, but if you don't do well and the coaches don't like you, you're probably not going to get the chance to go out and perform well the week after, because you won't be selected. So Ken, just give us a little bit of an insight into the coaches' mindset, not only in picking this award, but how the coaches went through this season.
Oh, look, the coaches have done a marvellous job, as we all know, and but their process in getting to this was really, we had actually an independent process where each of us voted our own 3-2-1s, and the great news about that was all people who voted ended up with the same person in the top draw. So I'm pleased to announce that the winner of the Coaches Award this year was Kai's partner at the back, Ruon Tongic.
Here he is, Ruon Tongic, and not only is his partner at the back for the Central Coast Mariners, but hopefully we'll see them linking up at the back in Tokyo when the Olympics get underway, because Ruon is with Kai in Tokyo. I don't think we've got him on Zoom, but he did put this video together before he left.
Hey guys, thank you so much for the award. It's a massive honour. I think everyone's had a fantastic season, finishing third and making finals is a massive achievement for the club, and it's a great step forward as well. I would like to thank the coaching staff, the players, and everyone at the club. I'm very grateful for the position I'm in, and I think it wouldn't have been possible without everyone at the club. And I just want to say thank you so much again.
A fantastic season for Ruan Tongic indeed at the back, and what a combination that he's started to form with the rest of the defensive unit at the Central Coast Mariners. Let's move on now because we've seen two parts of what has been an incredible campaign. Let's have another little break and look back on the final third of the Central Coast Mariners season.
Cool. Oh, looking at you? Yeah. Yeah, sweet.
Negro lifting it in. Matt Simon! And Acton cannot keep it out. And maybe the hoodoo does end today. Massive moment for the former victory man, Stefan Negro.
Against the F3 dub. We can get a win against it. We can get a win on the F3. You need to start recording and delete this one.
Been to China, New Zealand, and every city except Perth.
Simon. It's a massive goal for the Central Coast Mariners in this crucial F3 derby.
It's very exciting. I'm very honoured and very privileged to be called up. I'm very, very excited to go into the camp with the boys. And yeah, it's just very surprising for me. I'm very, very, very happy.
De Silva, Simon, they got in the way, and Clisby! Jack Clisby, what a finish! And the Mariners are back square.
Yeah, I think I've had a few chances this year and it hasn't quite come off, so to hit that one and see it hit the back of the net was sweet. And yeah, as you say, I should have had at least another one.
Reese cutting it back. Urania finishes all off for the Mariners. 3 points secured. And they head into a home final in style on the Central Coast.
Yeah, fantastic campaign for the Central Coast Mariners, finishing third after the regular season, and wonderful to look back on those moments. Great to have your company here at the Central Coast Mariners 2020-2021 Mariners Medal live stream. I'm Glen Lauder and we're getting towards the business end of the awards as well. Before we get to the Mariners Medal, we'd like to take a moment to recognise a valuable member of the Mariners organisation, someone who's gone above and beyond every single day since they started working with the club. To present the Chairman's Award, please welcome back the Mariners Chief Executive, Shaun Mielekamp, to announce what is a very prestigious honour, Shaun.
Cheers, yeah, excellent. It is a prestigious award from Tyson Scott, Sharon Baxter, Ken Schembri, and even Cheyenne Pay. It's always such a great list that's there, and it's been a bit of tradition now to try to have a bit of surprise in and around it. And last year we had to have a fake winner so that Shay, who was running the event, didn't actually know about it. But there's with no doubt for the Chairman's Award this year has been an absolute leader in the club. She's been so fantastic in everything that she's done. She set a whole new benchmark for all our corporate hospitality, and her presentations have been sensational. I'm sure she's picked up on it by now, and hopefully we can get her on screen. But the award winner is Gabby Bowles. Thank you very much.
Congratulations to Gabby, and she's on the line via Zoom. She's not happy looking around. Who's stitching me up here? Gab, congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah. Oh, look, it's a dream to work in sport. I've been a fan of this club since day dot. I did very much enjoy sitting in active support for many years. And now to actually be able to work at the club is a huge honour. But I'm one of many people. Nothing that we achieve could be done without this amazing team behind the scenes. And a huge shout out particularly to Belinda and Dan, who have been huge for me this year in commercial. Also Carly, as one of my fellow senior managers. She's a lot at this club wouldn't happen without Carly, and she's an absolute rock. And, under Shaun and Ken's leadership, just very, very grateful to be a small part of it. One more huge shout out to all of the fans and the supporters of the club who remember us guys behind the scene. Our job is to do our job and not be seen or heard too much. But there's a lot of wonderful people out there who send us messages, particularly during difficult times. We actually had a goodie hamper turn up at the office last week after a lot of things changed and medal dinner started getting shifted. And it's those little gestures that mean so much to us and contribute to us carrying on doing what we do and loving it so much. So thank you. It's a huge honour.
Cheers. Gab, I couldn't help but notice you look like you're dressed for work at the moment. So when did you think something's up and tell us a little bit about just being awarded their Chairman's Award?
I knew something was up when Shay told me that something might come up with Shaun or Ken, and that I'd have to step in, because that sounds like that's happened before, but it's always a stitch up. So it's a little bit sus then. But no, the Chairman's Award is a huge honour, because there's a lot of people who put in a huge effort behind the scenes, and we do it because we love it. We don't do it for recognition. So it's very humbling to get this year's award.
Gab, congratulations once again, the Central Coast Mariners Chairman's Award for 2020-2021. Gabby Bowles, who does so much work behind the scenes at the Central Coast Mariners and always has a smile on her face. Now, it's time to present what we've all been waiting for, the Collaborative Construction Solutions Mariners Medal for 2021. Shaun, I've gone over it a few times this evening, but just give our viewers a reminder how this one works.
Yeah, so this is a culmination of all the other awards that is there. It is weighted from the player's player, but from the fans award, the McDonald's award, the OSC award, the coaches award, that all comes together. And I can tell you that the voting and the calculations, we had to check it 3 times. It really come down to what was probably only 1 or 2 votes in this one.
Now, we saw Kai Rolls took out the player's player, then we saw Ruan Tongic take out the coaches award, and we also had Ollie Bozanic and Josh Nisbet picking up awards from fans. So this really could be anyone's race. Let's have a look now at the winner of the 2021 Mariners medalist.
Congratulations to Kai Rolls, this year's Mariners medal winner.
Incredible stuff, Kai. We've spoken to you a few times this afternoon. We had a chat earlier, then you won the player's player, but to be named the Mariners medalist, what an honour this must be for you.
Yeah, it's a massive honour, and thank you to everyone for just being involved. And I'm pretty speechless, to be honest. It's just a massive honour and privilege. Like I said before, for the player's player, it could have been anyone, and I truly believe that. And thanks to all the staff, all the fans, everyone involved at the club, the boys. It's just been such a great season, and I can't wait to do it again next year.
The growth that I spoke about earlier, the fact that you came to the Central Coast Mariners from Queensland to a club that wasn't going particularly well on the field. How much have you grown to love being a part of what the Central Coast Mariners do?
Oh, yeah. I feel like I've come leaps and bounds since I've come here. And this year was just the biggest of those steps so far. And I feel like everyone this year has grown massively and really shown themselves and everyone what they can do. And I know that it's definitely helped my confidence this year playing with all the boys, and it's just been such a great year. Just so stoked.
Where does the club go from here, Kai?
Finals again, for sure.
Let's hope so.
That's the only aim we got now, and to win the whole thing.
All right, fingers crossed, Kai. Once again, best of luck for what's ahead over the next month or two. A really exciting time for you. And once again, congratulations on being crowned the 2021 Mariners medalist.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah, wonderful achievement for Kai Rolls. Let's have a look back on the season that was for the Mariners medalist, Kai Rolls.
Armband given to Kai Rolls, and listen to the reception.
And brilliant stuff from Kai Rolls to get back and clean up for the Mariners.
Tonic in the jar with the shot, blocked, corner.
That's a very important interception.
Mielekamp tries his luck. Rolls, gets his body in the way. Rolls doing an excellent job in the opening stages.
Who just there? Rolls easily won that duel with Cruz. Looking up, looking for Armiento, but Rolls is there.
Been excellent, Kai Rolls, again tonight. Quite achiever. It's very, very effective this season.
Kai Rolls, another Mariners player having a superb season. Here he is just mopping up for the Mariners again.
Congratulations once again to Kai Rolls being crowned the Mariners medalist for 2021. And indeed, congratulations to all the award recipients at this afternoon's live event. We thank you very much for watching, and I'd like to thank Ken Schembri, the Central Coast Mariners head of football, for his involvement this afternoon, and Shaun Mielekamp, the Mariners CEO. Just before we go, Shaun, I understand one more thing that you'd like to let us know about.
Yeah, absolutely. It's obviously been a time of change for us at the club and a really exciting venture as we move forward to the next season. So I'm hoping that we've kept a pretty good secret, because we're about to make an announcement on the head coaching role. It's a really proud achievement for this individual, because he's been part of the club. He embodies everything that's part of this club: hard work and loyalty, respect. Ken, I'm going to throw over to you, and you can let everybody know.
Yeah, so everybody, we're with great pride, we want to announce that Nick Montgomery will be leading the Mariners forward over the next 2 years, and it'll be a great opportunity for him to take us to the playoffs, which is what we're aiming for now.
Monty's obviously been at the club for several seasons after arriving from Sheffield United, and his resume in the UK is second to none, playing over 300, I think I'm right in saying, English Premier League matches against the best of the best. There's photos going around of him up against Cristiano Ronaldo at Manchester United, and he joins us now on Zoom. Monty, you've got the Mariners polo shirt on. I know you take great pride in this club. Just tell us what it feels like to be announced the new head coach of the Central Coast Mariners.
Look, to be announced the head coach of the Mariners is a really proud moment for not only me, but for my family, for my wife that supported me. And look, it's been my ambition since I, retired from playing, one day take the reins of the Mariners, and I've worked really hard. I enjoyed working with Stadge and Naz, who were here previously. But for me, it's, I'm humbled and I'm just really, really happy and excited to be involved.
Monty, you almost sound a little bit emotional. How important has this club become in your life since you arrived from the UK?
Yeah, look, I've been here for 9 years now. My family have grown up on the Central Coast. I've made a lot of fantastic relationships on the coast with the supporters, with the community, with the players that are at the club and the staff. So, it's been a journey that I've thoroughly enjoyed. I've had success as a player here in 2012-13, and I've seen the club struggle, and I've seen the highs and the lows, and I think that experience has really put me in a great position now to take the club forward.
We just heard Kai Rolls. I asked him where he would like to see the club in 21-22. He mentioned the finals and going on to win the whole thing. What's your ambition for the Mariners moving forward?
Well, look, exactly what Kai Rolls just said then. I think last season, like I said, I'd like to commend Stadge, Naz and all the players in the club for what they achieved last season. I think the platform, we have to build on. The academy is something that I'm really proud to have worked with Ken very hard over the last couple of years to restructure and put in a conveyor belt of talent, of which we've already seen this season. So, on what Kai Rolls said there, for me, that's what I want to do. I know that the club is going to work very, very hard in this off season to make sure we add a few additions to what is already a fantastic core group of players. And we've got some really exciting young players coming through who, I've had a unique, journey with them, either bringing them into the club or spending the last 2 years coaching and mentoring them. So, it's been proud to see them push into the first team this season and be given the opportunity, and I don't think they'll let anybody down.
It's only a short pre-season as well, Monty, because FFA Cup isn't that far away. We wish you all the best with your new role. Congratulations and look forward to having you as the head coach of the Central Coast Mariners. Once again, to Ken Schembri, thank you very much for your contribution, and of course to the Chief Executive, Shaun Mielekamp. Thank you to Shay Pay for putting all of this together as well. It brings a close to the Central Coast Mariners Medal live stream for 2021. It was proudly supported and sponsored, brought to you by Collaborative Construction Solutions. We thank you for their support, and a big thank you again to the club's major partners: Master Foods, Mate, Total SMS, State Roads, DMC, Mcdonald, Central Coast Restaurants, the University of Newcastle, Steadfast and Cleanaway. Thank you to the main event partners once again, Collaborative, and of course to JC Productions for getting us up and running here this afternoon. Thank you to those partners that were prepared to help out on Mariners Medal dinner evening, to Hawkesbury Brewing Co., the Fernery, Blueberry Events, Crown Plaza and Sinorama, particularly to Hawkesbury Brewing Co. We're looking forward to celebrating with you a little bit later this afternoon. Thank you to all of you, most of all Mariners fans, for making season 2021 what it was, and of course it's been difficult times with lockdowns and trying to get the season up and running. The Wellington Phoenix having to play away from home, but the Mariners have proven what a club and what a success they can be. A third place finish, a finals appearance for the first time in 7 years. Bigger and better next season. Congratulations to the Mariners medalist Kai Rolls. I'm Glen Lauder. Thank you for watching. We'll see you again soon.